If you are looking to level up your walking technique, you will need to have a clear mental picture of how that looks. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the landmarks of good walking form and some of the bad habits you will want to avoid, if possible. I'll demonstrate on level ground, walking uphill, and walking downhill. Your spine, hips, knees, and feet will thank you for paying close attention to the way you walk and doing it as optimally as possible. We begin with initial heel contact, which should be soft and controlled, not with a locked out knee. This is followed by immediate knee flexion and a lowering of the forefoot, known as the loading response phase, or also the heel rocker. Immediately following this are the initial and mid-stance phases if we're referring to the standing leg. The ankle rocker is activated in this phase as the lower leg pivots forward over the foot at the ankle joint. Terminal stance begins as the rear heel lifts, called the forefoot rocker, and ends when the swing leg heel contacts the ground. The rear foot peels off the ground during the pre-swing phase, after which it swings forward, clearing the ground as the other leg goes through the stance phase we just reviewed. As we look at the torso, there are a few things to point out. First is vertical posture at all times. Do not lean or fall forward, even if you're walking upstairs or uphill, as I will demonstrate later. We should also note the relaxed forward arm swing, which parallels the forward swing of the opposite leg at roughly the same speed and angle. The arm should drop back passively to a point even with the torso. Here we see an unwanted forward lean, accompanied by a heavy and uncontrolled heel strike, and the swing arm flying up significantly higher than the opposing leg swing. There's no vertical posture, and the spinal alignment is way off. A top and bottom comparison view shows the difference between the two styles of walking. In this close-up of the legs, you can see that the forward lean also results in overstriding, creating significantly more impact on the joints. Let's look at the forward view of an optimal gait, first at normal speed, then slowed down. The key points to notice are the directions of the feet, straight forward, and if you look at the direction of the thumbs as I approach the camera, also straight forward. Here we have the forward lean. At normal speed, you can see the abruptness of the foot impacting the ground and the downward gaze of the eyes. It's harder to visualize in slow motion since you can't see the angle of the body or the speed of the crash, but trust me, this is very hard on your joints. The next altered gait we will look at is one of the most common, the duck foot walk, with the feet angled out rather than facing forward. One thing you will notice with duck foot walkers is the palms will turn back with the thumbs facing in, not forward. This tells you the issue is created by the core, affecting the whole body, not just the feet. The longer people walk this way, the more likely their foot angle will get wider and wider. And in this relatively young person, you can already see it leading to bowed legs. As I previously described, the internally rotated shoulder position that results from walking duck-footed has this man's palms facing back. He will be at increased risk of shoulder tendinitis, but it's unlikely any doctor will correctly connect it to his walking technique. You may also notice that there is not much heel rocker effect with this duck-footed gait. Now let me briefly switch to observe proper and improper gait walking up or downhill. The same principles apply. The posture should remain vertical, even though many people who walk upright on level ground tend to pitch forward when walking upstairs or uphill. When we walk downhill, it's also important to keep vertical posture. In addition, we need to avoid launching the body forward with a lift like we do on level ground. Instead, we need to sink the body and cycle the swing leg up and then consciously reach down with the heel and place it with very little impact. Then we can lower the body onto the forward leg, cycle the rear leg up, and start the process over again. We do not want to walk downhill plopping with an uncontrolled placement of the foot. This causes a lot of stress on the knees and on the front of the lower leg. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more mechanics of walking technique, please check out the other videos on the channel. I'll link some in the description section. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of the Walking Code. My goal is to help you walk more fluidly, walk with more confidence, and walk with lower impact on your joints. I'll see you in the next one.